I guess technically it is not going to be, darling. It's happening now, honey. My first daily live stream I'm going to be doing every single day at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. What is up, everybody? If you are seeing this later on, I'm going to be leaving the timestamps to all the Zodiac signs in their daily messages for August 2nd, or actually August 3rd. I need to correct that on my titling. For August 3rd, so if that is of interest to y'all, keep on watching, honey. And then afterwards, we're just going to be vibing out for a little bit. So let's just get into the daily messages for all the Zodiac signs now, darling. We're going to start off with the Earth signs. We're going to be getting into Taurus first, see what's going on for Taurus for August 3rd. See what daily message we have for them, darling. Hey Jennifer, what's up? I saw you just uploaded a video. I wanted to get into it, but I already had this. I had this live stream planning on. How are you doing, Jennifer? Hey, is it Kimosabe? Kimosabe? I know. I think I struggled on saying your name beforehand. I think I was right. So, all right, let's start with Taurus, darling. I'm gonna put a timestamp here, darling. After I do the zodiac signs, though, and then we can hang out for a little bit. Right, so let's start with Taurus here. I pulled the Four of Pentacles, Page of Wands, as well as the Five of Swords here for the Taurus. So really for August 3rd, this is giving me a sense of where I feel like for some of you, Kimosabi, I apologize. So I feel as if for Tauruses, there's this sense here of, I feel like you guys were pulling out of a situation, Taurus. You're pulling away your investments in, you know, I always see the Four of Pentacles as investments and going into something new. It feels like you are investing into something new that you haven't dabbled in before. And Five of Swords here, this lets me know almost like a little bit of, why it is you pulled out from something and like reallocating your energies. Maybe you kind of got the wrong impression with how something was going to be, like the details of it, right? Maybe you're starting to see like the true colors of a person, right? It just feels almost as if you Taurus got some clarity on a situation, and then from that clarity you're now being like, all right, I need to reallocate my energies and reallocate my pentacles, whatever your pentacles are, Taurus. So pretty good message overall for you guys. Let's get a closing card for you guys, though, Taurus. Let's get a closing card, darling. We have the Three of Cups. So overall celebration for you guys. I do feel like at this time, whatever you are investing newly into, Taurus, this is going to be a lot more bountiful, a lot more in your style, something a lot more of resonance to you that's more fitting for you. Three of Cups is an energy of a celebration with a multitude of people. So if you Tauruses are like pulling out of an old situation and met some new peeps, then this is definitely a good sign for you, Taurus. Definitely a sign that you can trust in this energy, and it's good for you to continue dabbling in that, Taurus. So that's what I got for you, Taurus, darling. Now let's get into my Virgos. See what's going on for my Virgos for tomorrow. Darling, the cards just came out all by themselves, honey. So also let me know in chat, you guys, how you guys are doing. For those that are watching this in the future, I'm hanging out with some of my friends. Hello, Infinite, as well. So let's get into Virgos. Six of Cups coming forward with the Six of Pentacles, as well as the Nine of Swords coming in here. Interesting energy here, Virgo. This is letting me know this sense of... How would we say this, Virgo? It's almost as if you guys have desperately really wanted to... Are you about to eat? Yes, what are you gonna eat? Virgo, I get the sense for y'all that it's... You've had like this craving to like really add more depth to a connection, add more depth to some type of situation, whether this is like you trying to take your career to the next level, or whether this is just adding more depth to a social situation, right? Six of Cups lets me know this has been a long-going thing of where Virgos, you've been holding out on... How do we put this? Yeah, it's like you've been extremely patient with an energy and being like, oh, maybe they're going to come around at some point, right? Nine of Swords, but is showing to me this sense of just overall anxiety when it comes to this connection. It does just feel as if you feel as if your hands are tied, of where you can't really cause any change in this, and you're just as if you're hoping, Virgo, just by like sheer miracle or by sheer luck, things kind of just work themselves out, because I feel like you're feeling pretty powerless. Two of Swords, yeah, you're feeling pretty powerless, Virgo, in the sense of you don't know what the next step is or how to really handle a situation. So really what I want to touch in for you Virgos is just really take this day, you know, really decide what if this energy is worth continuing waiting out on. I feel like, you know, whatever the situation is, whatever crossroads that you're at with the situation, Virgo, this has been going on long enough, right? Like, how long are you going to subject yourself to that Nine of Swords energy, waiting out for something that just doesn't seem promising, right? North Node, Mercury, Venus in Virgo. Ooh, yes. All right, so that's what I got for you, Virgos. Let's now get into my Capricorns. See what's going on for my Capricorns for August 3rd. What is going on for my Capricorns? Darlings, I had such a fabulous salad last night. Oh my gosh. It was just something basic, but you know, have y'all ever just had like a salad that just like really hits, honey? Like, that's what I had. Also, my eyebrow, like, probably most people wouldn't notice, but like my eyebrow here, my eyebrow piercing randomly is deciding to give me issues and like swelling a little bit. And it's, no one asked for it, but it's just like this weird thing I've been dealing with. So it kind of looks like I have a lopsided face, which makes, I find it kind of funny. But okay, let's get into Capricorns now, darling. Let's see what's going on for Capricorns for August 3rd. Let's see here. We have the Eight of Cups coming in here for Capricorns. Girl. Then the King of Wands here. All right, Capricorn, what's going up with you, honey? And then the Ace of Pentacles. All right, so I like this a lot for you, Capricorn, because this is giving me very much so a vibe. Like, this is giving me going to bigger and better horizons, right? Eight of Cups here. You guys, Capricorn, are, I would say, hey, Jessica, you guys are really in tune with your intuition right now, Capricorn, because with this Eight of Pentacles, or Eight of Cups here, darling, y'all are connected to your intuition, honey, but I'm not connected to my eyeballs, apparently. I appreciate that, Infinite. Eight of Cups, though, this is showing to me you guys are walking away from a situation that you know you deserve better in, right? You know you do, like, as the storyline goes with the Eight of Cups, like, maybe what fine for somebody else, darling, but for you, Capricorn, you're just like, no, I'm not interested in settling, actually. Like, let's take this deeper, right? And then Ace of Pentacles coming in with the King of Wands. This is you guys, pretty much in essence, Capricorn, taking the day and really just demanding what it is that you're wanting, really just making demands. This is a fabulous time for my Capricorns who are in a workplace and feel like maybe they're not being compensated well enough to be asking for a raise, right? Or even be looking around for a different job that would give you better opportunities, right? Or just better opportunities in general. It doesn't even have to be about money. Obviously, I'm focusing in on that because of the Ace of Pentacles. But this is really a day for my Capricorns to not be afraid of asking for more. Closing thought, Three of Cups as well. So yeah, I feel like if you guys were to ask for a raise or ask more of somebody or of a situation, Capricorn, it would pay off very nicely for you guys, I feel. You would like the result of it. So yeah, that's the cards that I have for you, Capricorn, honey. And now we're going to be switching decks, y'all. We're going to be spicing it up and then be getting into my, what do we call it? My Aries. We're going to be switching decks for it. And then let's just get started, darling. All right, let's put a time for my Aries. And let's get started. We're going to be starting with Aries now. We're going to switch decks, of course, and see what's going on for my Aries for the 3rd, honey. Let's see here. What's going on for my Aries on the 3rd of August? So we have here the Hierophant card coming in here. We'll take note that it is inverted. We have also the High Priestess card, Aries, and then we have the Two of Wands. So for you guys, Aries, I'm getting very much so this sense of almost like you're now planning for the future. You're almost, with this Hierophant in the reverse, is almost like some type of long-standing commitment that you've made with an energy. Something's telling you in your gut to be like, I should probably transition on. I feel like you're in this place, Aries, of where you're going over, you know, with the Two of Wands, this is a card of usually dealing with contracts and thinking about your next big move. So I do feel as if, Aries, you guys are thinking about your next big move on what to be doing, and I feel like this is the step in the right direction for you, right? With that Hierophant in the reverse, I'm getting just this time of like closure. Queen of Cups coming in here. All right, so it's almost like, did you guys, Aries, giving me the sense of like, almost like rectifying a situation, right? Queen of Cups coming in here, it's this sense of perhaps misunderstanding is something I would say. There's like some level of misunderstanding here, and now that you're on the same page with something, it does feel as if now you're like making plans for the future. I don't know if you guys were just like holding back up until this point to get you at this Two of Wands, Aries, but now for whatever happened with some type of dynamic, it's almost like a sense of I'm being shown, what is it called that a beaver does, honey? It's like at the tip of my, dam, darling. Y'all like finally removed like a dam, energetic dam that was blocking you from your creative process, we'll say. So I like these cards for you, Aries. Overall, this is a day of, for you guys, get on the same page with people in your life, get on the same page, or at the very least, even just for yourself, let's make this about the self, Aries. This is a time for you to really go to the drawing board and make your next like 5-year plan or your 2-year plan. Plan for the future, really is what I want to say for you, Aries. Now, darlings, let's get into my Leos. See what's going on for my Leos today. Take a time, honey. How are you guys doing? Let's get into my Leos. What's going on for my Leos for this quarter? Do I have any Leos in the chat right now? Let's see here. What's going on for my Leos for the 3rd? We have the 7 of Swords stepping forward for you, Leo. Okay. Okay, honey. 3 of Pentacles. And the 3 of Swords. Ooh, honey. Ooh, girl. Ooh, Leo. I was already kind of having this suspicion. That's why I was already being like, okay, girl, what's this about, honey? With the 7 of Swords here. So, Leo, and it frustrates me in a way where I'm like bummed out for you, because it's just like, honey, like I've been doing y'all's readings for like months, right? All the zodiac signs. And for you, Leo, there's been like this consistent theme of where it's just like, it feels like you can't catch a break when it comes to like including other energies in your life. It feels almost as if like you start adding something new, whether it's like a new project or whether this is, I feel like primarily when it comes to like partnerships with people, business or romantic or whatever, platonic, darling, it just feels like anytime you try something new, you end up getting hurt in the process and like adding more work on your workload than if you were to just like stay to yourself, right? So it's almost this sense, and I commend my Leos because it's like you guys have consistently been going through this, but you know, you guys aren't usually ever getting like the hermit energy. You guys are usually very you just like keep on going to the next thing, which I always find it admirable for you guys. And so I'm getting this sense for tomorrow for you guys. It's almost like this sense of just becoming even more present with the situation that just you try to make work, and it's just like this sense of kind of washing hands clean of it, I feel. 4 of Wands though, so you guys do plan on like sticking with this a little bit longer, right? You guys do plan on riding this almost like a, it's just, how would I put it? It's almost like you want to like ride this potential train wreck to the end to see how it goes, just for the fun of it, right? Where it's almost this sense you put this in, it shows to me you put this in perspective, Leo, of where you're just like, all right, not very like, this doesn't look like all too promising, but let me just ride this out. Let me just see if there's like a change of pace, or like this potential train wreck actually like fixes itself in the long run, right? So overall, I guess it's not a bad read for you, Leo. It's just more so you guys are very like self-aware of how potentially like destructive or self-destructive something is in your life, and you're kind of just like waiting to feel it out a little bit more before taking action. So do what y'all want though, honey, right? How y'all handle your business, Leo, is none of mine. So let's now get into my Sagittariuses, right? Or was it Sagittarius? No, Sagittarius. Wait, honey, now I have something messed up. Yeah, let's get into Sagittariuses now. I have my timestamps over here, and like I put the timestamp for Sagittarius, and I was like, wait, did I just do Saggy? No. Girl, this is what happens. I try to work a little bit ahead and like type as I'm finishing off the reading, and then I'm just mess myself up, honey. All right. Let's get into Saggies now. See what's going on with my Saggy for tomorrow. What's going on from, ooh, okay, the Emperor card coming in right away for my Sagittarius, honey. All right, I like this energy a lot for you guys. The Magician card. Sagittarius. And the 8 of Wands. Girl, Sagittarius, you guys have been in this consistent state of like transition, right? I've been seeing you guys going through like some type of movement process for quite a bit now. And I feel like this is still kind of continuing on in this process. Like you guys are continually, Sagittarius, kind of finding your bearings in a situation that I also know from last week we identified for you, Sagittarius, where you really developed an interest for something new, but you had to walk away from something. What's up, Robin? So this is giving me a dynamic where you're continually like still like putting your roots in the situation here. Now with this Magician card here, this is showing to me where some of you guys are getting a little bit of a taste on like what to go deeper into a little bit more. It's almost as if I'm getting like this sense of trying to like specialize your craft in some way. Sagittarius. Five of Swords though. Why is this Five of Swords come flying out, honey? This is such a Two of Swords. Okay, so it does feel as if, yeah, I was saying, like, it feels as if for some of you Sagittarius, you identified something that you want to be doing, darling. But for whatever the reason may be, Two of Swords here, it's not like this sense of where you can just easily transition to this. For whatever your reasoning is, right? Obviously, it's going to be different for everybody. I appreciate you, Robin. But I do get this sense for you, Sagittarius, the main focus for you today will just kind of be figuring out your next game plan. I do feel as if strongly though for my Sagittariuses, this is really honing in on what we touched on for you guys last week with that Ace of Wands, right? I feel like I need to tell the message of don't be afraid of niching down, right? And specializing in something. I know that can be like a weird feeling or a weird concept for people, right? Of like niching down and, you know, in the sense of where maybe some, you know, you might be experiencing some imposter syndrome being like, oh, well, who am I to be niching down to this? Maybe someone else is like of a more standing, right? Let me use an example, Sagittarius, like with tarot. It would be like, oh, why do I need to have a tarot channel? There's people who are, there are better people, better communicators, people who know how to actually properly speak without saying a like and you know every other sentence, right? It's that kind of narrative that we want to get away from for you, Sagittarius. So take that as you will, darling. And what's up, Susie? What's up to you on that? How are you doing, honey? We're gonna be getting into the air signs now, so you got in here just in time, chew on that. We're gonna be getting into Libras first. So let me put a timestamp, honey, for the Libras. So getting into my Libras now. And we are gonna be hanging out after I do all the signs, you guys, so don't be worrying. Let's see what we have. We're also switching decks, of course. It just feels appropriate. Don't you all feel that way? Obviously, there's no shade to anyone that, I mean, honey, I've done it many times, but it feels appropriate to just go with a new tarot deck for each element, right? Rather than mixing all the elements. Maybe this is me just trying to be extra and trying to justify why I have 5 million decks, honey. But I digress. Let's get into my Libras. What's going on for my Libras today? Eight of Cups, so similar to, who was it? Similar to my Sagittarius's, I believe it was. Or, no, I guess it doesn't matter. You're similar to some fire sign, honey. I don't remember anymore. Knight of Swords, so definitely mental transition with this Eight of Cups here. And then the Knight of Wands here. Very youthful energy, which is very much so symbolizing to me. I guess I need to show you all these cards, Libra. This is very much so giving me the sense of, with all this youthful energy, you could be either dabbling into a new, learning a little bit, it's going to be a weird message, Libra, but it's almost this sense of like learning a new bit about yourself, where it's not quite developed. Maybe let's just use an example of you owning up more of your bossed up energy, Libra, in this place of like speaking from a place of power, or seeing yourself in a place of power. Right, with this Knight of Swords and this Knight of Wands coming in here, this is really representing the sense of, you know, no longer settling, right? With this Eight of Cups here, I do just feel as if you guys are about to be adopting like a new, just like tapping into a new facet of yourself, I would say, Libra. I know this is such a strange message, but with these cards, I feel like the next step that you're going to be making, it's through a re-evaluated sense of Libra, right? So we have the Hierophant card coming in here. Yeah, very much so, just speaking in terms of like, it feels like for you, Libra, you guys are finally starting to get a lot more comfortable just with who you are as your identity, right? And so with this Eight of Cups here, I feel as if you're walking away from stuff that no longer fed to this empowered state anymore. Almost this sense of, that's why I get like this new energy with this Knight of Wands and this Knight of Swords, is because it's just very much so this dynamic of just, this is all just new for Libra. It's all new for Libra to be going into this Hierophant energy, and I kind of feel as if that's how you're presenting yourself in whatever this field is for you, Libra. Definitely, like, you guys have gone through some type of transition of maturity, like a coming of age, I guess we'll say. I said that for another zodiac sign last week. It may have been for you, Libra. But I'm getting very much so like coming of age and really tapping into a new dynamic for yourself personality-wise, which I feel like is a step in the right direction for you. So now let's get into my Geminis, honey, my Geminis. Jennifer, I know Jennifer is waiting for her Gemini. Let's get into my Geminis for August 3rd. See what's going on for them, darling. Let's see what's going on for my Geminis. Oop, honey, and I just have all these cards. All right, we have the 3 cards already coming out for you, Gemini, but I always like to point it out too. Like, I know some tarot readers will have problems, like when they, when you're shuffling, you can have a problem like holding all the cards, but it's just like, darling, I got big old man hands. You telling me like I don't struggle with holding cards normally? Like, please. So y'all are feeling a little bit rambunctious, Gemini. We have here coming out the 2 of Pentacles here with the 9 of Pentacles and then the King of Wands, darling. So definitely in the midst of dealing with some chaos, right? With this 2 of Pentacles here, this shows to me the sense of really trying to juggle a lot, right? And the pressure is definitely on you because you do have King of Wands here, so people are very much so observant of how Gemini is carrying themselves at this time, right? It does feel as if here it's almost just this thing of being like, oh, let's throw a ball to Gemini and see how they handle it, right? And so for you, 9 of Pentacles comes in, and I always like to say, when it's the 9 of Pentacles, this is where I end up projecting my own spiritual beliefs in it, honey, but y'all just gonna have to deal, right? I listen to gospel music, so save it, Christians. Kidding. But 9 of Pentacles, I always say, is the 9 of Pentacles shares the same, or shares usually for most of the artwork, the sense of where it's usually a lone individual with an animal of some sort. And so I always see this as like the individual paying attention to what their guides are guiding them to, which pentacle to pick at. And so in this dynamic for you, Gemini, I really get this sense here. Let's pull another card. I want to get in between this 2 of Pentacles and 9 of Pentacles. 10 of Swords. Now this came into the reverse. So it's almost this sense of you calling for you to be the bigger person with something. 6 of Cups in the reverse. Almost like a sense of just like speaking your truth with a past situation that was hurtful, right? But being something that I just want to be pointing out, it's almost as if this 9 of Pentacles here, your guides are like consistently revealing some specific aspect of your life that's constantly causing some type of chaos, right? With the 2 of Pentacles, it's this almost like, how do we put it? Like either like a challenge, or it feels almost as if you're going to be repeating some type of cycle until you speak your truth about something, until you talk about how you got those 10 swords that stabbed into your back, darling, from 6 of Cups energy, which y'all know is, I always call like my historical energy, something that you already have some history with. So if we're going to be getting into like a little bit more of like the, a little bit of the sassier side, it's this sense of where almost like a push for you, Gemini, to just be, I just had a card fall off. It's this sense here. The 2 of Pentacles fell off. This sense overall for you, Gemini. Speak your truth with something if you want a cycle to close off, or you want something to finally just fizzle out or come to a completion with something, if that makes sense. So since we just had a card fell off and I don't feel like getting that tarot card, honey, we're going to be switching decks again right off the bat for my Aquariuses. So let's take a note right here, honey, get a timestamp, and let's jump into my Aquariuses. Gemini is my longest reading yet, honey. I had to like unpack that a little bit for them. Let's get into my Aquariuses though. All right, so Ace of Swords. Okay. We have here the Fool card. Okay, baby, Aquarius. Okay, the Fool card coming in here. And then the 6 of... Okay, Aquarius, I need to start hanging out with y'all more often, darling. You got nothing but fabulous cards, Aquarius. I feel like this is more so just coming in as an affirmative message for my Aquariuses to really continue taking this leap of faith with something. I feel like some type of opportunity is going to be presenting itself to you. It may not be today, right? It may be in a little bit, but I do feel as if Ace of Swords, this is almost like a keep doing what it is that you've been doing because you're going to be getting noticed, right? 6 of Wands talks about public recognition, victory, success, insert anything that you want. So very fabulous for my Aquariuses who are in the public eye or trying to be seen or have like their store on some level be seen, right? This is kind of just like a quick thumbs up from your guides, Aquarius, to just be like, you're doing good, kid. You're doing good. Keep doing what you're doing because it's taking you places. And I don't feel like we need to flesh it out really anymore after that, Aquarius. And darling, yeah, with the Sun card to close off the energy. Darling, this is the best card in the deck, Aquarius. I feel like I don't even need to touch on this, right? If you don't know what the Sun is at this point, then just Google it and you'll be really happy about it. Because, like, now your reading, Aquarius, is just turning into, like, one of those just, like, super fluffy messages where it's just like, oh, gosh, you just have the whole world, darling, right? And so look up the card yourself, Aquarius, so you yourself, and I suggest all the cards, because so you can really internalize the messages of what those cards individually represent and see how they come together. So you know it's just not another tarot reader spouting off about how you hit the tarot jackpot, darling, right? So now, darling, let's get into my Cancers. Let's get into the water signs now. And then after the water signs, we're going to hang out. So starting with my Cancers, let's see what's going on for their August 3rd. August 3rd, right? Yeah, August 3rd, honey. See what's going on for them. We have the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords keeps popping out. Whether this isn't, I mean now, darling, but all the signs keep getting Seven of Swords for the past couple weeks. And it's like all my tarot decks. It's all the same. It's weird. Even in this reading, we've had several Seven of Swords coming in. We have the Eight of Cups. Ooh, Cancers, honey. And then the Page of Wands. So, unfortunately for you guys, Cancer, I guess it's not really unfortunate, but in this dynamic here, I do feel like this is really, you guys are going to be getting an affirming message on, almost like being like, oh, I know it. Like you're getting like the affirming message of being like, ah, this is why I should no longer, like, this is my time to go, right? I feel like this is where you're realizing, I don't know, as if, it just feels like this, like one of those reminders of being like, oh, like you don't care about me in the way that I care about you, almost. Because I get the sense of disappointment, almost, Cancer. And so truly, I get this sense of where you kind of are just being redirected to be going to find, truly just finding your tribe, right? Because then we have the Page of Wands, which is you carving out a new path for yourself, going into, stepping into a new beginning. So it almost is this sense for you, Cancers, you guys are, washing your hands clean of a situation where you're extremely bummed out from. Even Six of Swords coming in back of the deck energy. Yeah, Cancer, I'm just getting major transitions for you guys. And I know that reflects even for your August reading that I just posted today, darling. Really reflected transitions for you, Cancer. So I feel like that's the name of the game. I feel like even just for tomorrow, you're just going to be getting extra affirmation on what to be letting go, Cancer. So now, darling, let's get into my Scorpios, honey. See what's going on for my Scorpios for August 3rd. What is going on for my Scorpios, darling? And these cards like to come out themselves, too. So, Scorpio, we have here the Lovers card coming in. Yeah, Lovers card? Lovers card. As well as the High Priestess card stepping in here. You guys got this as well for your monthly reading. Both the Lovers card and the High Priestess card. And not in this deck for your monthly. And this, what is this? This is the Two of Pentacles. So, for you guys, Scorpio, you guys are definitely trying to figure out how to handle some type of intimate situation in your life, right? With the Lovers card, I always say is like the most complex card, even though it seems like it would be a self-explanatory card. It really isn't, because there's just so many layers to what the Lovers actually represents. And so in this dynamic, it shows to me where really the emphasis for you guys right now, Scorpio, is really just trying to figure out what to do next, right? It does feel like you're trying to do damage control with something here with this Two of Pentacles and this High Priestess. It's giving me this vibe of being like, because it does feel like this active juggling right now, and I just heard where it's like you can't keep going on like this anymore. And then King of Wands coming in. Yeah, I do feel as if this is a day, Scorpio, where you guys are going to be taking active steps towards putting a closure to this Two of Pentacles here. It does feel like you guys are going to be making a move, making a decision. King of Wands here as well. Very confrontational energy, Scorpio. Definitely very confrontational energy. So it's letting me know, almost this, it really does give me a sense of like you guys having a conversation about being like, hey, this just isn't working anymore for you, Scorpio. So yeah, darling. Now let's get into my final zodiac sign, my Pisces, honey. Let's get into my Pisces. Now let's see what's going on with them for August 3rd. What's going on for my Pisces, darling, for August 3rd? Do we want to switch up the decks? I kind of want to switch up. No, we're not going to switch up the decks, darling. Should I switch up the decks? No, we're not going to switch up the decks. Right on time, yes. All right, let's get into the Pisces message. Knight of Pentacles stepping forward for you. I like this. We have the Queen of Wands. Okay, really getting out of your comfort zone. And then we have the Chariot card. Oh, baby. So overall, for you guys, Pisces, fabulous cards. Y'all Pisces, I actually do not remember entirely what y'all's monthly reading reflected, to be honest. But in this dynamic here, I really feel as if um, either this is you already taking action, Pisces, or some type of opportunity is presenting itself to you for you to really that drives you a lot. So how would I put this? It's where either you yourself want to take a trip off to the Grand Canyon, or someone presents to you the idea of being like, hey, why don't we take a trip to make a plan for a trip to the Grand Canyon at some point, right? I feel like it's a lot of planning with the Knight of Pentacles coming in here. This, you know, it's very polarizing in the sense of urgency compared to like the Chariot card as well as the Queen of Wands, because these cards are usually talking about like fast, fiery movement, right? But in this sense, it shows to me where it's like big plans, but it's like a slow build-up process. But yeah, overall for you Pisces, I see you guys in the works of doing some big plans, or someone coming to you with some big plans that you want to be doing, and now you're about to be putting in the building blocks for it, right? So let's get a closing card for this. 2 cards, apparently, darling. So we have the Knight of Wands coming in with the Six of Cups. So this is definitely an offer, directly an offer. So I wouldn't be surprised at all, Pisces, if tomorrow you definitely receive something. And with Six of Cups, this shows to me truly like someone that you already know. So this doesn't really dabble into like new energy coming in here. It shows to me someone already in your current space comes to you with an idea on doing something, and then it shows to me that you're kind of just all for it. So really just, yeah, exciting stuff for you, Pisces, overall. But honey, that is all the zodiac signs. Oh, we got it done. We got it done, darling. Now we can start hanging out. Now we can start actually chatting, y'all. All right, let me get the final timestamp so I can handle all that after the live stream is over, darling. Danae Lind, Scorpio leaving a Virgo, interested in another Scorpio. Ooh. Hello, Aladar. How are you doing, darlings? How are y'all doing? It's kind of weird for me to just like transition from doing tarot messages to now just like hanging out with you guys. I like this dynamic more because it's a lot more, you know, get to do a lot more than just like one singular thing. Or one singular, you know, either doing a video, making the choice of a video or a live stream. It's like, honey, let's just do both, right? Best way to do it. I want to catch up and chat. Chaos, that's tracks. It's because we are twins, so there's 2 of us. Love the sun on the wall. Thank you. The sun is from Amazon, actually. This tapestry, giant tapestry. I think I paid like $20 for this tapestry. Definitely worth it, right? If you look up like tapestry, sun tapestry on Amazon, you'll probably find it. And you can get it in like various sizes. Obviously, this ain't sponsored, darling. Let's see here. All right, y'all. So now what we can be doing, we can be hanging out now. If you guys have any questions, I'll be pulling some questions from the chat. Obviously, I'm going to be, use your words, Velka. I'm going to be prioritizing super chats and then those who are members on my channel, right? So Miss Chew on that. Oh, she has me muted because she's in a meeting. So I guess I'm just talking. Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, if you are a member on my channel, and I will always prioritize your questions, darling. So if you have questions, feel free to ask them. Robin, where's my mans? Honey, who you talking to, honey? Where's my mans? While I'm waiting for a question, let me pull a few cards for myself. I haven't done that in a hot biscuit. When you do so many tarot readings, it's you don't want to pick up the cards sometimes, or you don't even think about doing readings for yourself. It's funny because even when I do Libra readings, not that I don't connect with Libra, but it's like I have to post it and then I won't watch my own video until like later on, and then even then that's when I like start catching up with because I don't remember the readings most of the time. All right, let's see what's going on for me, honey. All right, so similar to Libra's, darling, right? What we got for the general message, I got the Hierophant, I got the Empress card coming in, as well as the Magician card coming in. I like this energy a lot for myself. I feel so self-centered. Be like, oh yeah, I like this for me. You know, I guess we could make this work, darling, right? Definitely my own energy coming in here though with the Empress card. A bunch of major arcana, so this is what has me raising my eyebrow a little bit, darling, because I'm just like, all right, this is kind of foreshadowing a little bit of a big transition for me. But I like this though. I like the sign of that just because of this Hierophant card coming in here. So it's definitely really reaffirming the Libra message of commitment, new commitment, something I can do long term. And the Empress card coming in here, I do like this a lot as well because it just complements the Magician card quite nicely in the sense of, you know, normally the Empress card is like a card of like fertility, darling. I ain't feeling very fertile. Let me tell you that, darling. I can promise you that I ain't gonna have no time of pregnancy announcement, honey. But, you know, even in the sense of just giving birth to, you know, whatever it is I'm trying to give birth to, right? Magician card comes in nicely where it does, I would take this overall as a message of just like very much so like high manifestation time towards long-term commitment. So I like that a lot for me. You did your own cards before this reading and you pulled the Magician in the reverse twice. Ooh. Ooh, Magician in the reverse twice. I would take that as a sign personally. I mean, I guess it would depend on which deck it came in. But I would take this as a sign of being too controlling or trying to control the situation too much or trying to anticipate, only trying to create a specific outcome in the way that you envision it. I guess it really depends on though how you pulled that card and what magician the deck is in, right? Because magician cards represent different things in each of the decks. Hey, Bianca. So Loki the Guru, what's up, Loki? Asked, what do we need to focus on this week collectively? Let's do this, darling. And hey, Mystic Wolf, how are you? Let's see what we as a collective need to be focusing in on. Hey, Through the Den, what's up? He's popping in through clients. I think I see you, right? We have an appointment Through the Den on Wednesday, right? It's Wednesday. I think it's on Wednesday. I'm excited for that. All right, what does the collective need to know, darling? Do I got good decks? Yes, I like this deck. I like this deck a lot. The artwork itself, it doesn't really help me at all intuitively, personally. But this is like just really, like, I find it to be very unique artwork and just very pleasant to be looking at. I'm doing pretty good, Mystic. All right, the message is the collective needs to hear. Two of Swords, so definitely coming in as this sense of getting off, you know, what is that quote? Someone in chat knows it, where it's just like, either piss or get off the pot. Is that what is that the phrase where it's like piss or get off the pot or something like that? It's very much so that energy with like either piss or get off the pot, right? And continue your life essentially. Death card coming in here, so it's quite literally coming in as a message of like getting off the pot. Y'all kind of accepting that you're not going to have any piss come out of this situation, right? Watch this video get demonetized because I say piss. No. But it's, yeah, almost like this sense of just like, instead of keeping yourself at a standstill, Two of Swords here, make the decision to just get off the pot. Accept that the piss isn't going to come out, whatever the piss is for you, darling, right? And accept the situation for how it is, rather than now you know it's getting serious when you take off the busted glasses, huh? Right? Death card coming in, just accepting for something as it is and keeping it moving. Emperor card. Definitely this sense of, for just the overall message of not being afraid to lay down the law, essentially. Not afraid of coming out or looking like the bad guy in a situation, and just really speaking your truth and be okay with pissing some people off, quite frankly, right? So just, yeah, it's just getting pretty much like piss or get off the pot energy here. So just kind of like the sense of just making a decision, because even with the Emperor card, you consider the Emperor as very proactive energy. It's kind of like a sign of like, just do it, darling. Just like accept things for how they are, even if it's not the outcome that you would like, and then keep it moving. All right. I don't know why I took off these glasses, as if I'm going to be reading chat without them, honey. All right, darling. Also, if you guys are just coming in, darling, I see that there is 22 of us. What's up, y'all? What's up, homies? I love y'all hanging out with me. Be sure to give, I always like to make the joke, be sure to give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, darling. Like I say, a thumb's a thumb, darling, and I'm not going to complain either way, as long as I get to feel that thumb. Take them as you will. Ridiculousness. But yeah, it's that phrase of just, wait, I think it's shit or get off the pot, right? Or piss. Let me read. That's it. Piss or get off the pot. Yeah, okay. I was right. I have, like, I love quotes and, yeah, quotes and affirmations, but I have, like, so many in my brain that they all kind of get mixed up. You got a new crystal tarot. It's an Italian artwork. Ooh. All right, so do y'all have, if anyone in chat has any questions, I'm taking questions from the chat now. Super chat questions are open, as well as my channel memberships, darling. And the benefit of the channel memberships is that the channel memberships, depending on if you go to the second rank or not, I will be including your name into my own personal new moon and full moon rituals. But yeah, the base rank is all you really need if you don't want that. Like, the base rank includes everything else, darling. And you get priority for readings. You've been holding back, trying not to pop off on folks. I feel that, low-key. That definitely deserves it. People have really been trying it lately. But here's the thing. There's a quote, another quote, and I shared this with some video. That's the one thing that I like, I love posting YouTube videos, but it's just like, I have like 800 videos, darling. So it's almost as if, like, a constant, like, I don't really get to appreciate all my videos, right? But, like, one of the videos recently, I said the quote, and I don't remember, another quote who I don't remember said it, but it's this message of where we're constantly teaching other people how to treat us. And so if you are constantly letting your boundaries be invaded, you're teaching people that it's okay to disrespect you. If you don't speak up when someone slaps you across the face, you're teaching them that it's okay and that they can slap you across the face because you're not going to say anything, right? Could I do a love reading for Robin? I can for you, Robin. Let's do a love reading. In your knowledge, what happens when someone tattoos a demon sigil on them? So I'll get to that question, third eye or three eyelid, after I do this spread for Robin real quick for love. See what's going on with Miss Ma'am. Actually, here we go. I got the other tarot card, darling. It was the Nine of Pentacles that fell over. I want to use this deck for this. This deck I feel like is calling for her. For Miss Robin. Mister, I guess. I call everything Miss. I have to be aware that not everyone has, like, for me, like, I understand pronouns, like, 100%, but because, like, I'm so nonchalant, like, I've been called, honey, I've been called he, she, it, you, thing, that, whatever. Like, I get called anything, and like, as long as, like, as RuPaul says, darling, as long as you're talking about me or talking to me, call me what you want. But, like, I call everything Miss. Like, I can call, like, Miss Tulip, Miss Man. I call it, like, inanimate objects Miss, right? But even in my intro, someone tried to, like, say, like, oh, you have more than just girl watchers, because my intros used to just be hey girl, right? And people would, like, feel some type of way about it, and I'm just like, girl, it's like gender, like, for me, girl's like gender neutral. Gender neutral for me. All right, let's get into this. For love for Robin. I like this a lot. So we have sixes following you as well. So we have the Six of Pentacles with the Six of Wands coming in here under the guise of the Fool card, stepping into a new journey. So it's fabulous in this sense of where I almost get this sense with the Six of Pentacles. I want to see what this is about, because this is, to me, almost like a sense of where something that was going silent for a little bit, coming back up and, you know, looking fairly lovely here with the Six of Wands. I want to see what the Six of Pentacles is about. But I do see, like, this sense of just an equal exchange of energy, finally. And I say finally because of this Fool card coming in as this sense of just, like, almost like this waiting period, or like waiting to start this. So we have Four of Wands coming in here, all right, with the Eight of Wands, and then last one is the Hierophant. So yeah, for you, I would say, Robin, there's definitely looking like, to me, this is a dynamic of where I would say, and I usually, you can tell like how resistant like my number one pet peeve when it comes to tarot readings is like I hate telling people to like hold out on an energy, or like because I know a lot of people hold out on things, but you know, it's just my pet peeve. I'm just like, girl, get to the new, darling, right? Especially when I digress. Anyways, but this is letting me know with this Hierophant here. I almost feel as if you're going to be hearing like almost like hearing someone from the past that you kind of invested energy into with this Four of Wands, and this Eight of Wands. Like this right here is showing to me like deep connection that once existed, and then movement sometimes like it was almost like a testing of waters almost, right? And then there was some sense of imbalance, but now it's almost like someone caught their bearings finally, realizes like their Four of Wands moment is in this situation. And I almost get this sense of just kind of like extending out and actually trying to give this a real shot now that it's almost like someone needed to really figure out with themselves, whether it's like commitment issues or something of that nature, trying to just, they had to have their moment of figuring out how they wanted to like handle love. Because even here with the Fool card stepping forward, this is just such an interesting dynamic of where it's just being like, you know what, let me give this an honest shot, right? If I were to summarize this in like a quote or a statement, it's very much so like someone just being like, let me give this an honest shot, because like, you know, something was keeping them back, some type of reservations. But I do definitely feel like it's just some type of new energy, or not new energy, some type of energy that already has existed in your life. You love calling cis guys her or girl, gets under their skin. Yeah, like to me, I always find them harmless, because it's just like girl, like to me it's just like gender neutral, like dude. But you know, some people get real bothered by it. I'm just like, girl, okay, like you know, who am I guess is my thing. It's like, who am I to tell someone not to get offended by something? But at the same time, girl. But at the same time, I do also acknowledge that pronouns are important for some people, right? If I'm talking to someone personally, then I honestly have no problems going by their pronouns. But if it's like, if I'm speaking in a general sense, like I speak to my friends, like, girl, I have, like there's like, girl. Let's see. I don't know why y'all can tell, like, I'm so insistent on not having my glasses on because I hate the glare that happens. I like to give eye contact. I'm just like, you know, you and I, but it's like impossible right now. You use John because you're from John? Is that how you say it, John? So, Jennifer, me, same here, Robin. I appreciate my intro, the love for my intros. I think I'm going to step back from doing them for a little bit, just because I don't want them to be like routine, right? I think I'm going to like start making my intros dedicated for like more personal videos, because I don't know. I just don't like, you know, the tarot portion is kind of like automated where it's just like, all right, that's coming every single week. But I don't know, it almost feels as if like the intros are meant, or I intend them to be like, you know, just a way of being like, hey, we're human, let's connect, right? You know, let's, you know, let me like break you out of your monotonous, like going through different tarot readings, right? And be like, hey, let's connect real quick, right? But I don't know. I know some people just like to have the message, so I might just reserve it for personal videos and spiritual videos. I don't know, darling. And I say this now, and you all might be seeing me with a different wig on, hitting a singing bowl coming out of a gate, like tomorrow, darling. So you never know with me, right? No one knows. John literally can mean anything or nothing at all in between. Oh. All right, y'all. Whew. Let's see here. Also, I want to just like take a moment to just celebrate. I always would say, y'all, that I never, like, I usually strayed away from, for the longest time, doing complete like monthly tarot readings because I just didn't feel like it really fit my reading style. But I kind of figured out a spread or approach that I wanted to do with them, and I finally completed like a full month for all the zodiac signs, which makes me on time too. On time, I would like to say. Well, I guess not really the water signs because it's the second that the second day of August. But I'm pretty happy about it. I'm pretty proud about it, you know. Loki, my Instagram, y'all know I love my promo on my Instagram, because Instagram honestly is like the place where I tell people if you want to get an actual idea on like I guess more so like with Instagram I'm a lot more expressive, or like I really like let everything fly. Like I'm not really, I used to be good at poetry, but my writings now for me are kind of just like therapeutic, right? I balance out like, because it's all photos of me, honey, right? I balance out the photos with just like some deep thoughts. So if that is of interest to you, then it's just Simply Velka. I like to keep it simple, honey. I appreciate that, Infinite. Aladar, may I trouble you for a love reading? Of course. Let's see what's going on for you, darling. I wish I could, I mean, I guess I probably could figure something. Let me not, right? I was gonna like mess with the camera, but I have like this dedicated corner for recording because I don't really decorate rooms. And I want to save decorating until I get a space of my own. And so like I have like the cute, like this looks also aesthetic, girl, but anyone that's a content creator, even Jennifer probably could tell you as well, like this camera is positioned in the perfect way, darling. You do not see once you go a centimeter over here, baby, you go over here even slightly, you start seeing some clothes that have not been folded. You go over here a little bit, well, it's not, darling. You know, I'm very transparent about everything else with my life, honey, but let's keep this illusion going on, thinking that like my space is just like this like metaphysical, just like ooh, ethereal, just like what. We don't have my thing on, hold up. It's not ethereal until we have, girl, you know what, I can't even find the light, darlings. I'm like going through, because I sit, some people probably don't know, but like I literally always just sit at, well, you probably can tell now, but I always sit at the side of my bed. Since the dawn of my readings, I've always just done the readings off the side of my bed. So right now, I'm trying to, you know what, girl? I guess we're just not going to get the light, because I don't know where it is. Yeah, y'all know the vibes, honey. Let's get into Aladar's reading, though. Aladar would like a love reading, darling. Let's see. Alright. 9 of Wands stepping forward. 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups likes to be... And 6 of Cups. These cards like to be out here right now. 6 of Cups is liking to make its appearance, as well as the 8 of Cups here. This is showing to me, Aladar, of just needing to fully... disconnect, right? It's showing to me this sense of, if you have the concept that I do where everything is energy, it's almost like there's some like remnant energy that you need to be walking away from, some type of like past, we'll just call it baggage for simplicity's sake of the message, of where I don't want to say you're clinging onto it, but there's definitely this sense of needing to fully heal, fully become your empowered self, and recuperate from like a past situation that for some reason had you walking away. I would almost gamble like whatever had you walking away from. 9 of Wands coming in as this affirming message of just standing strong in your truth, Aladar. It's almost like this sense of coming out of a situation where you were made off to be like the bad guy or looking like the crazy one, or some case. And so I just feel like there's like this overall message of just finishing up the healing process with some type of old situation, so you can really start presenting your most empowered self. One last card, Knight of Wands here. Yeah, I really do feel like once you start putting in the work, and then 3 of Cups. Darling, it writes itself. Focus on healing. Focus on really closing off whatever past energy that is keeping you from really claiming your 9 of Wands empowered self. And this is quite literally when offers start coming in. Now, it's going to be really awkward if you are already in a relationship, Aladar, but I really do get this more so in a sense of where, you know, that continuing on with the corny pickup lines, or the pickup corny quotes, it's like life opens up when you do. Very much so in this sense. Like once you finally handle this business here, that's when the offers come forward for you. Hello, Tafkir. Hello, Maverick. How are y'all doing? All right, y'all. So it is just about an hour, so I think I'm going to be wrapping things up pretty soon for everybody here, because I still got to be doing the earth signs. But let me do a couple more. Bianca, can I have a reading about the Leo man, please? I'd like to know if he's going to tell me his feelings or am I wasting my time on him? Let's see. Do we want to change decks? Let's change decks. Let's change decks, darling. Right? I got all these decks. You know what? No, we're not even going to use this deck, honey. We're going to be using this deck. I don't use this deck very often, but I like using this deck whenever I'm wearing this shirt because it always just matches with the white and gold. I feel so like aesthetic and I just like, oh, who am I? I have my life together. I'm matching my tarot cards. Oh, that privilege, darling. Let's see what Bianca's situation here. We have the Tower moment. I don't even feel like I need to pull any other cards because I feel like at this point this is pretty self-explanatory. Y'all, if you're not new to my videos at all, y'all know I like to pull in threes. In this situation, the moment I see the Tower card coming in here, this is a situation of just completely just walking away from it, Bianca. Do away with it, set a match to this and throw it in the back and keep walking forward without turning back, quite literally, right? And, you know, I'm usually like a super optimistic person. I'm just like, oh, let's just like, you know, we can work it out, da-da-da-da. I'm like, no, like the Tower card flying out, like literally just flopped out like that, darling. I feel like it's a situation, Bianca, just like you do so much better in just walking away. All right. This deck is a little bit awkward to shuffle because it's like they're circles, but I don't quite know how, like, I like to do like a nice, like, deep shuffle with things. It's a little bit hard to with this, but it's still a gorgeous deck nonetheless, right? Like, let me see. Can I like show y'all? Honey, can I show y'all? I don't know why I felt the need to show y'all that because y'all don't even get to see the artwork of it. But yeah, it's such a gorgeous deck. Really enjoyed a lot. Corey Rosas. The question I have is, am I doing enough when I help others? Corey, like, I don't even feel like I need to pull cards. I'm going to be honest. I don't feel as if this is a situation for cards to be pulling. This is a situation where more so you just need like a friend to quite literally tell you to stop being critical of yourself. The very fact that you want to help other people, the very fact that you're challenging yourself, you're having questions on being like, if you're doing enough, then that quite literally just speaks alone in like how you are as a person. What I want to just tell you, Corey, is I don't know why you have this thought process and why you feel like you're not enough, right? And I'm not, darling, I'm the last person to be psychoanalyzing anybody, honey, let's be real. But look at why you feel as if you're not doing enough, right? Look at it logically. That's how I approach things, is logically. I'm super anxious normally by habit, and like I'll go into like some spirals. Even there was a point that I remember a couple of years ago, I literally cried to a friend because I was just like, I had fears and I was just like, I want to be a good person, right? It's not like I not like I did anything bad or whatever. I just had like this anxiety being like, how can I like continue holding myself to a high standard and be a good person? Like, I don't want to be a bad person. I want to be whatever, right? And my friend had to like, you know, point that same thing out to me, where it's just like the very fact that you want to challenge yourself on being good just shows like how good of a person you already are. Do what you can, darling. Don't be looking at tarot don't be engaging, let me rather say, don't be engaging with an energy of where it's like, if you you know, it'd be as if like you help me out, right? You're just like, I'm just like, oh man, I'm hungry and I wish I could order a pizza, and you send me $5, Corey. You send me $5 and then I'm just like, oh well, that's not enough or whatever. That says something on me, darling. That says nothing on you. You gave me what you could, you know. Let's get that clear. You know, the only time you should ask yourself if you're doing enough is if you're not doing anything. But from your verbiage, I'm going to end my rant because I could just go on the whole video tangent on that. Long story short, learn to value yourself and do not allow other people's perspectives or views or opinions on you to be like what you treat as your personality trait, because people are always going to be perceiving you in a way that's not your authentic self. You're never going to feel fully appreciated by outside sources. As rough or as blunt as that sounds, right? We all have people in our lives. Like everyone in chat, I'm sure, can tell you how we all have people in our lives, whether actively now or in the past, of people who just don't have us feeling very empowered. We all have those people who let me not. It just really, that question just bothers me, and not in a bad way, Corey. It just like makes me sad because I know so many people have this concept, and I always feel like it's just because of like toxic people or just like people that are just not very lovely to you have you in the state of where you feel as if you're not enough. Just your sheer existence should be enough for people. Let me get off my pedestal, right? My soapbox, darling, right? Let me calm down, right? Also, I wanted to make this more of a habit. I did it for most of the Zodiac videos, but I have my 1111 rose quartz, and y'all know, some of y'all probably know anyways. You can't even see the 11, honey. But I always like to make 1111 wishes, or just wishes in general. Honey, I find any excuse to be making a wish, right? If we have like, if I see like repeating numbers, anything, like, because I feel as if wishes are just a way to set the intention on something, right? It's always just nice to have like a moment where you, even at the very least, entertain the idea on like what happens if everything actually just works out so beautifully, right? And so I know a lot of people, and that's the thing, like so many people will just be like, oh, 1111 isn't real, da 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 da, like you're not your wishes. It's like, I'm always just like, girl, shut up. Like no one, like no one just sits there and thinks on 1111, like the moment 1112 hits, like their wish is gonna come true, right? I always tell people just like, well, if you can't take a moment to just be hopeful and allow someone else to just have their wish for a minute, then that says more so as you as a person. Anyways, make a wish, y'all. Make a wish. 1111. I'm gonna give y'all like I'm gonna force people, so since we can't catch each other on 1111 all the time, I'm gonna force you to just think about 1111 when you see this, so you can make a wish and set the intention on something lovely. But yeah, y'all, I think I'm gonna close out this video so I can put the timestamps up for this zodiac reading. I really appreciate you guys hanging out. I just put up the monthly water signs for August. And so all these monthly zodiac signs are done for August, so definitely check that out. And yeah, I think I'm going to be doing earth signs. I don't know when I'm going to be uploading those, sometime today. But yeah, at the very least, I'll be catching hopefully some of y'all tomorrow in tomorrow's live stream, where we get to hang out again. Same time, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to be trying to be a little bit more active on my Discord as well. So if you guys would like to chat with me there on Discord, be sure to go to my Discord, honey. And yeah, we can just have a little bit of fun. I plan on doing the new moon. I have to be doing the new moon video, and I think it's new moon in Leo, right? So I had to start doing details for that. So lots of exciting stuff, y'all. I love y'all. You have a fabulous rest of your day. Bye, y'all. This is the awkward part where I try to end the stream, honey, and it's just like me finagling with the screen.